used to be in my office. If anyone needs anything, it is recording. As long as you see this, if you glance up every once in a while, JT, where it says ISO recording, and that's counting and going, it means that it's recording and you're good.
All right.
Alrighty.
Podcast.
Yippee!
Woo!
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Wavelength podcast, where JT and I interview members of underappreciated groups at Wilmington High School to learn more about them and get on the same wavelength as these people. This is our first ever episode, and today we are interviewing Zim.
Hello.
Hi, Zim.
How are you today, Zim?
I'm doing great.
Perfect. So, what underappreciated groups at Wilmington High School are you representing here today?
All right. First and foremost, I am repping the Wilmington High School Lamplighters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also a member of the Wilmington High School Concert Choir and the Dungeons and Dragons Club.
How many people are on the Dungeons and Dragons Club? Because you were the first person I've ever heard mention it.
It's like 20 of us.
Really? I'm gonna be
It's a
honest.
little less than.
I thought it was way smaller.
It's a little less than 20, but
It's
we've...
because I didn't join it like I said I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, maybe you should have.
I'm a little liar. So
You are a little liar.
I am, yeah. And you're president of the choir, right?
Yep.
Nice.
And the D&D Club, actually.
Ooh, so what's, like, we, in the band, we have a president, too. And I know they're kind of, like, sort of an advisory position. Is it sort of the same thing with chorus?
Yeah, so I help do all of like our fun little programs every year, like for concerts and stuff. I also am making the choir merch
Ooh.
because that is a thing we have.
Nice.
And then I just kind of help out with like I guess managerial.
Yeah.
Like
kind of a jack of all trades.
yeah,
position.
jack of all trades.
Nice. Who are like the other? Is there other class officers for chorus, or is it just you?
Kira is my co-president.
Nice.
Turner?
Yep, Turner.
Awkward silence after that.
Awkward
Everyone's
silence.
like, oh crap, they brought up Kira Turner. They're not supposed to do that.
Not Kira, guys.
No, Kira's wonderful.
Kira's wonderful.
And we should have her on the show sometime too, because she kind of does the same stuff you do.
Yeah, she does a lot of this. She does a lot of the same stuff and more,
You're
actually.
the same person, but Kira's like a little bit more.
Yeah,
That sounded
exactly.
really mean.
I used to,
No,
I used
no,
to
no.
refer to Kira as my mother when I was in 6th grade and she was in 8th. She was
Okay.
she was
No
my
comment.
She was my drama club mother.
Moving on.
Moving past that.
She remembers that.
Anywho,
Who's in the Dungeons and Dragons Club?
all right. So there are actually currently 3 campaigns going, and so I'm going to be running one. We've got Kyle Tibbetts running one, and we have Aiden Trites running one. Aiden.
Aiden is a WCTV legend, for those who don't know.
Saw him on a couple posters out there.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're
Yeah.
on all the posters.
How
Yeah.
does D&D work? Like, is it kind of just like someone is God and the rest are his pawns?
Sort of, I guess.
In a mystical land.
Yeah, you roll dice. The dice are the real gods.
And
Yeah.
then the dungeon master's like the co-god.
Yep. But we are all beholden to the whims of the dice.
So you were like one of the people who actually formed the D&D club with Kira again, right?
Yeah.
So like, what was that process like starting a club?
We kind of said to each other like, "Hey, we want the D&D club to be a thing because there was one last year and then stuff kind of got tricky. But we said we want this to be a thing again. How do we make this happen?" And then it was a process of getting like people who were interested, getting a teacher to, watch club sessions because we need a monitor for that.
Right.
But eventually we did find like our group, and Kira and I have been acting as sort of like the, hey, we're going to get everybody into your playing groups kind of people.
Nice. Who is your faculty advisor?
Mrs. Jones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about getting Hackett for that once? I really wish we got Hackett. That would have been.
He would have been an interesting advisor, but
and
Mrs. Jones is awesome.
He does Model UN, which is like sort of in a similar vein.
You guys don't have to roll for combat, though.
That's true. That would be sick if we did, though.
This is a petition to turn Model UN into combat.
I think we should actually have a debate about whether or not we should make it combat, which would definitely win because we like violence.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll have like such a peaceful like topic, like something that should not escalate, and then people get literally murdered.
Wonderful.
Anyway, we'll talk about
50% of the deaths in America are statistically from debate clubs. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Can I get a source on that?
My mind.
Real.
Well, that's a pretty
Real.
good source. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think, if you took two people, like if your sample size was just a person who died normally and a person who died from a debate-related conflict, then
Yeah.
it's technically true.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is technically true.
And that's how knowledge works.
And that could be a random sample, so it's mathematically
It
correct.
could be.
Perfect.
It could be.
There we go. We proved it. Good job, team.
I will say, generally for a study, you need a slightly larger sample size, but yeah, okay. Am I going to be the next death from debate club?
I think so. Actually, the people who die from debate club are just people we have to silence,
Why is that so threatening?
I don't know. We can talk about Molly when we interview someone, though. Back to Zim. So, Lamplighters.
Lamplighters.
We love Lamplighters. I'm in Lamplighters. Eli is in Lamplighters.
I'm not in Lamplighters.
Was in Lamplighters.
Should join Lamplighters.
I was No, I wasn't, because I was just a middle school guest.
Yeah.
Olivia Saragosa is a tad upset with me that I'm not in Lamplighters this year.
Yeah, you should be a lamplighter.
Light those lamps.
Why is it called Lamplighters?
I don't know.
What's the origin of that?
Sure, there's like some sort of like old theatery reason, but
I actually have no clue.
yeah, neither do I.
The name has been passed down for generations.
It just means like we're bringing
We're bringing light to the
lights
world.
with our shows
And our creativity.
Sure, that makes sense. So you directed the middle school show. You were a student director.
Student
right?
directing, yeah.
So, what was that like?
It's been a process. It's been an interesting process. The kids are wonderful. Truly love each and every one of them. And they're doing great. When you come see the show, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
See the show. Actually, this will probably be out after that.
Dang it!
But thanks to everyone who did go see the show.
Yeah, I guess. But when you see the show, you're definitely going to see just how much hard work these kids have put in and how great of a time everyone's having.
Nice.
It's been a lot of fun.
You're also in Newsies, I believe, right?
Yep, I am.
You character or are you tech?
I'm going to be playing JoJo and Snyder.
Awesome. You're also in Newsies?
Yep.
You're the bad guy.
I
don't
am the
remember his
bad
name.
guy. I am the little evil capitalist man.
Yes.
Is that the one
Rub
that's trying
those
to-
little
I
fingers.
kind of want to do that at some point.
Do it.
Yeah, fun story. Me and Zim and two of our close friends, Catherine and Evander, we all, at the beginning of the year, were like, we do not have time for this show. We're going to do a tech role. And then, within the span of like 3 days, we were all just like, nah.
Half of
we
the changes
wanna
happened
act.
overnight. Half of them happened
Pretty
overnight was the
much.
thing.
You and Catherine happened in the same
Yeah.
night, actually.
Yeah.
Because you decided at your place, and then later Catherine texted us and was like, guys, I want to act in this show.
And we all said, do it then.
Yeah, we did. I'm excited for Newsies.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited.
Yeah, Newsies is going to be great. What is it like? Crap. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
So Newsies is like your last big show at the high school, not counting like the student scene showcase, right?
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, but like, what's that like? Has that affected how you do your work, you know?
I definitely think that's part of the reason that I decided to audition in the first place, was because it's my senior show and, like, kind of want to go out with a bang, you know?
I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to make you cry in my senior note.
You are going to, this is going to be bad. I think it would be really funny if you just, like, wrote, like, nothing. That would be, like, the ultimate. That's how you make me cry.
I'm not that mean.
Yeah, okay. I would like if you didn't do that.
I'll just write some really heartfelt things.
No, that's much sadder.
Yeah. Suffer.
Okay.
It's fun making people cry. Not in a malicious way. Not in a malicious way.
Eli, you can't say that.
But like, for part and play horror, last year when I left the Wilmington Middle School Drama Club, I purposefully tried to make all of the 7th graders, now 8th graders, cry. Like, I went up to each of them and I was like, I'm going to miss you and you're not going to see me for a whole year. And I actually succeeded on a few of them. Making them cry.
That's impressive too, because like, with seniors, it's like you actually aren't going to be seeing them nearly as much, so it's like legitimately sad. 1 year's like... That takes talent to make people cry over that. Like, no offense to like...
And I made a guy cry over that.
Dang. Well done. Well done. Good making people cry.
Welcome back to
I brought that on myself. That's entirely my fault.
Yes, you did.
Eli, do you got any more?
I wrote something down in my question notes app about the directors of the Lamplighters Drama Guild, because there have been like 4.
We've had a decent amount, yeah.
Yeah, I know before. I've only been here for Brindaville, but like, didn't you guys have like a ton of different directors before that?
Yeah.
I thought you experienced your freshman year. Did you act your freshman year?
I didn't actually join until School of Rock because
because you're kind of lame.
I am kind of lame, but I'm a really good drummer, so that's why I joined for School of Rock.
You're kind of lame.
You're real. You're a rock and roll drummer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was it like having all those different like directors?
It was honest. So I was really only truly there for the third mic era.
Wait, there were 3 mics?
We had 3 mics in a row.
Okay, so it was 3 mics in a row,
Yep.
then your freshman year was the 3rd mic, right?
No, sophomore year was
Sophomore
third
year
mic.
was the 3rd mic?
Yeah.
So,
Freshman
3
year
mics,
was-
then Prindy?
Yep.
Okay.
And this
See?
isn't counting Mike Ferrara.
Mike Ferrara is one of the mics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Really?
he didn't direct a show, did he?
No, but he, like,
Okay.
my freshman year, he was very present for everything. I do remember, like, logging on to the Lamplighter Zoom meetings
Oh, really?
and, like, Mike Ferrara being there. Mike Seminelli was not really there at that point. And then sophomore year, it was Mike Barry.
Yeah, too many mics.
Yep.
I hope you realize if I did find out that Ferrara had acted in, I mean, not acted, directed a show, I would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
That would be such a great, like, lore bomb.
Yep.
He did direct, like, the Newsies, not Newsies. Newsies hasn't even happened yet. He was the one who was in charge of like the onstage band for School of Rock.
Yep.
Which was me and Salem and Sophia and Allie Hall.
Yep.
I don't know why I always have to say Allie Hall's full name.
Well, because it's Allie Hall.
Yeah, there's some
That
names
and also
like that.
last year we had Allie Bolanos.
But I didn't really know Allie Bolanos. That's just like an Allie
There are
Hall
some people
thing.
where you just have to say their full name.
Right, like Joey
Yeah.
Dinan.
Like Carlos Luis Brown.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ryan LaRoche.
Ryan LaRoche.
Joey Dinan. Who's Joey Dinan?
You don't know Joey Dinan? Oh my god, we gotta educate you.
Oh, wait, so his name was Joey. I thought his name was Daniel.
Well, Daniel McGilligot. He's not Joey Dinan.
I think I lied to my brother then. I thought his name was It's Daniel.
Joey Dinan graduated my freshman year. He's the first of 3 Dinans. There's also Michael and David Dinan.
Of course I know Michael and David Dinan.
Joey, did, baseball and stuff, but that doesn't matter. We're talking about, band. He was, one of the best musicians, we've ever had in the band. He was crazy good. And he was just kind of, the guy, I guess.
What did he play?
He played the trumpets, and he was a drum major.
You're doing great with the little tippy
Makeshift
tappies.
percussion.
I'm gonna drum a lot on this podcast.
Wonderful.
Fair warning. So Zim has only got to deal with it for 1 episode. Eli, this is just gonna go on for forever.
I like to drum sometimes too. I'll just be sitting in the car and I was like,
Yeah. Exactly. You just gotta drum sometimes. I also it's a good thing to do when you're in a conversation and everyone forgets how to speak,
Yeah.
even sometimes you're just talking to a group of people and then you all just simultaneously run out of things to talk about, and then while everyone's waiting for someone to break the silence, I don't feel awkward at all because I'm just just drumming the whole time.
See, that's when I break out the womp womp.
Yeah.
I like to drum to get the cheerleader chant out of my head because I've had that stuck in my head. I'm pretty sure since I first heard it in September. So I just go.
Real.
Yeah. I like how we're not doing the cheer.
Yeah. So it was just a really awkward moment of whap, 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 whap.
And then Zim's just in the background yay!
Oh yeah. Someone should
Speaking
rap to that beat. That beat goes hard.
Yeah.
Speaking of drumming and band and
Yeah.
Joey Dinan and Michael Ferrara and all of the wonderful things in life, Zim, you joined Color Guard this year.
I did indeed, yes.
And Eli is also in Color Guard.
I also joined it this year.
Yippee.
It's it's not the best. I love color guard. I love color guard.
Whoa.
But I love color guarding itself. But the Wilmington color guard, I do admit, sucks.
Oh,
Yeah, a
it's
little bit.
tiny. Yeah.
Where
It's not just that. The Halloween parade, we had yard flags. Those things
was
were
so
thick
bad.
as a brick.
Yeah.
so bad.
The Halloween parade this year was something. It was an experience.
I kept hitting what's his name, Ben O'Brien, with my flag. Because I would do the things behind my head, but
Yeah.
he'd be too close to me, and I just whack his costume.
That's really funny.
Because it didn't help that the drum major's costumes were 6 feet in diameter.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
the giant inflatable pumpkins, right?
It was really funny, but it was very inconvenient.
Right. I had the Mr. Potato Head outfit because
Yes, you did.
Percussion was gonna do Ghostbusters, and between you and me, I really wish we stuck with Ghostbusters because that was a fun idea. And not the drum majors, the section leaders would be the Ghostbusters because there was 4 of us, and everyone would be ghosts. But then halfway through, we changed to Toy Story.
No.
I feel like Toy Story really worked though.
I mean, we did look all right. The costumes were pretty good.
Yeah,
Especially,
Gianna was Barbie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis painted himself green.
Yeah.
He went
That was impressive.
He did
all
full
out.
Tobias Funke face paint. It was amazing.
Yeah.
One of the seniors was Woody.
Yeah, it was Bobby, I think.
What are their names? I don't know their names.
There's Bobby, and there's Daniel, and
Don't
there's
die.
Nathan, and there's me, and there's Dennis, and there's Nick, and
You're
there's
not a
Jack,
senior.
And there's Juliet. Oh, did you just mean the seniors?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Juliet is
Bobby,
also not
and
a
there's
senior.
Daniel, and there's Nathan.
There's a third senior.
There's a third senior.
I thought it was only 2. The blonde one with the glasses, and then the guy that had a middle part.
Yeah, then there's Daniel. Then there's Nathan. Daniel
There you
is
go,
the-
there you go.
Daniel's blonde guy, Bobby
Yeah.
tall, Nathan third guy.
His only description is third guy.
Damn, that was mean. I'm sorry, Nathan.
Yeah, that
You're
was
great.
incredibly mean.
I would like to make a formal apology to Nathan Murray.
Dang.
That was not.
You are more than third guy, Nathan.
You
Dang,
are so
first-
much more
We
than third
appreciate
guy.
and support your individuality.
Dude, you're
Real.
your first guy.
I just can't I just can't differentiate you.
First day on the podcast and you're already getting
I'm
canceled.
gonna make so many enemies.
You're gonna have to do a lot of formal YouTuber apologies.
I think it should still be a podcast apology, and that's like our spin-off podcast. Like every
yes.
episode has a corresponding episode where I apologize to someone I made fun of.
Please.
This one you're apologizing to... I already forgot his name. He's
Nathan.
just Nathan Murray.
You're not helping my case.
You're both gonna have to do the YouTuber apology now.
Well, there's still time left in the episode. We could, say something worse about someone, and then that. What?
Ooh.
We're just one-upping ourselves the whole podcast, just trying to be as mean as possible. Damn.
I could think of so many insults, but I'm not going to share them because I don't want to get canceled.
Don't.
Yeah, please don't get canceled.
Actually get us in trouble, please. It's the first episode. Color guard.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Right, yep.
So you couldn't go to band camp because you were in Canada.
Yes.
So, was it difficult trying to, catch up with everyone?
It was definitely a little tricky, but I got there, I think.
Yeah, the last 2 shows.
Yeah.
We had the routines down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that. Let's go. Go you.
Woo!
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Do you wish you could have gone back in time and done it more years?
I really do wish I could have.
That would have been so
Really?
much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and then you would have had, friends, because besides you, it was only freshmen.
Yep.
Oh, okay. You meant color guard friends.
Yeah, no.
I thought you meant friends in general.
I have
no.
friends.
Right, yeah.
I have friends.
In bands, Eli.
Yeah.
I meant color guard friends. I mean, you had Vivian.
Yeah.
That's true. Vivian's great, and we should also get Vivian on the podcast because that would be really
Let's just get everyone in Wilmington on the podcast.
Honestly,
Everyone in
yeah.
the podcast.
Do you think we could fit everyone in this room at once?
Yeah, it's a big room.
It's a big enough room, I think.
They remodeled it so it's got some more open space.
Yeah.
So I think therefore it can fit everyone in Wilmington.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I think that's a splendid idea.
That's a great idea. The new podcast name is How Many People Can We Fit in This Podcast Room?
Just think, Mr. Farrar could fit right there.
Perfect.
And then
Perfect.
Joey Dinan right there.
That's so funny to think, we get in touch with Joey Dinan, who's been graduated for 2 years.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Does
hey,
he still live in Wilmington?
I don't know. Hey, could you come back to see if you can fit in a room with a bunch of other people?
With
Signs
20
the guy you haven't spoken to since 2022.
With
Literally.
22,000 other people.
That would be sick.
Wait, should it be every person who's ever lived in Wilmington?
Well, dead people?
Dead people now.
Okay.
I feel like it'd be too much work digging them all out. You know?
Yeah.
And also slightly illegal.
Yeah,
tracking
that
them all
is in
down.
fact grave robbing.
Would that mean we'd have to collect all the ashes too?
I think so, yeah.
What if they're spread? And that's kind of hard to do.
Or to take a dive in the ocean with a jar. We're gonna find them.
How can you differentiate between ashes and regular sand?
And how do you differentiate between Wilmington ashes and regular ashes?
True.
Don't ask questions.
Okay.
Fair enough, fair enough.
That's kind of the whole point of the show. But
Yeah.
all right. Zim, I'm afraid I can't ask you any more questions today. So
drat.
we're just going to
Okay.
have to vibe.
Cool.
Yeah, only I can ask questions.
Oh, okay. Ask away.
Actually, wait, I got to check what questions I have.
End of episode.
ADHD, guys.
ND.
What do you
talk
think?
about that?
What do you
No.
think is the most
No.
underappreciated part of theater?
I've got to give a shout out to our crew.
Yeah.
Our crew, without them, the show could not happen, I swear. I know it's cheesy, I know it's corny, I know it's what everyone says, but legitimately, without, a run crew, Little Mermaid Jr. would not be going on. Without a sound crew, would not be happening. Lights, you gotta be able to see them.
Yeah. My
Love you,
grandfather,
crew people.
We love you, crew.
whenever he sees shows, he loves to keep clapping when the run crew comes out.
Aw.
You know how the scene will finish
Yeah.
and everyone goes off and everyone stops clapping. When the run crew's
Yeah.
still going on, he'll still be like, yeah, wow!
I love him for that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
He's the best.
Yeah. Run crew, well, not run crew, but crew in general.
Yeah.
It definitely is a job that doesn't get the recognition it deserves, especially
Yeah.
because you know, it's also just like a difficult thing because like
is.
they're not on stage, so it's kind of
Yep.
hard to like know who's doing what. So you know, it's just like a good thing to keep in mind when you watch a show. It's like there are people
Yeah.
who you can't necessarily see doing all sorts of like crazy important stuff.
Yeah, there are people like spending hours and hours like altering the costumes that we got in from other towns.
Yeah,
Shout out to Kira. She is wonderful.
Kira's gonna come
She
up
comes
a lot
back
this
up.
episode.
Yeah. No, she genuinely does so much though. Like she should definitely be considered at least
Yeah, absolutely.
because
For sure.
she does a lot.
The drums again.
What other questions do
Cute
we
it.
got, guys? Let's brainstorm.
Brainstorming. Do. That's
Womp,
my
womp.
brainstorming sound. Womp, womp, womp.
Womp womp
Womp, womp,
Womp.
womp.
womp womp.
What? That's gonna be like unintelligible. There's no way that came out good.
You looked at me like a scared mouse hiding in a corner, like.
Oh my stars!
Oh, that's like Zim's
And now
catchphrase.
you're cursing like
for
a
those who
grandmother.
don't.
Oh my stars! Oh great heavens! Oh good golly gosh!
I curse like a grandmother.
You
Yes.
do. I kind of like it. It's like your little shtick, you know.
Thanks. I am also dressed like a grandmother
You
today.
are, yeah. You've got the whole grandmother vibe figured out. Like you're kind of nailing
I
it.
feel like I'm gonna walk into your house and there's gonna be like knickknacks everywhere, and you're gonna have a fresh plate of cookies for me.
No, I gotta
absolutely.
say, there was. I feel like actually no, you're totally right. Like the massive bookshelves.
Yep.
Like you've always got like a snack that like isn't something I'd expect. Like would never be my first choice, but it's still good. Like you have like little
It'd be like-
a
it'd be
mini
like-
Sour Patch Kids. I'm like I didn't know these were even a thing, but like they taste good, so I'm not gonna complain.
To be fair, I didn't know they were a thing either.
Yeah.
It'd be
I
like-
didn't read the label closely enough.
You'd be munching on like strawberry flavored ice cream cones. Like it'd be the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
peculiar thing.
Right. It's like I don't know where you find this. I don't know how there's so much of it out there, but like keep bringing it. This is great.
Grandma powers.
Yeah.
Croc flavored Pop Tarts. Have you seen those edited photos where it's just like a bunch of different like
No,
Pop Tarts? It'd
no.
be like Jim Carrey flavored Pop Tarts.
Eli, I think you've stumbled on like a very
Yeah.
niche part of the internet.
This is
here.
not a part of the internet that most people
Yeah.
ever experience.
You've never seen the weirdly flavored Pop Tarts? I'm gonna have
No.
to find
I
those
don't
photos
think
now.
so. No. I mean,
He is requesting me on Snapchat.
whoa.
Ooh.
Shout out to
Whoa. I have to
There.
cut that a
I
little
probably,
bit.
yeah, I will probably cut out.
Thank you,
like,
Pookie.
Of course, Pookie.
Ooh.
We're gonna
Yeah.
call each other Pookie so much.
Yeah.
And if you're not cool with that, Eli, then you can get out.
Look,
This
Popeye's
is my
chicken sandwich
podcast
Pop-
now.
Popeyes chicken sandwich Pop Tarts.
Wonderful.
Have you guys
Very
never
nice.
seen this?
No.
No.
Let's find another one. Rust.
Rust.
Okay.
Okay. sweet.
Oil
Rust?
paint. Not paint,
Uh-huh.
oil paint.
Okay, oil paint admittedly does look delicious.
Tree bark, high in fiber.
That's fair. Oh, you know what also
Um,
looks delicious?
what?
Like pastel crayons.
Ooh, yeah.
They look very munchable.
Consider a
Frosted
nice
chlorine.
D12.
Ooh. Yes,
One of
please.
those
I would
chunky
low
little
key eat a
12-sided
chlorine
dice.
flavored Pop Tart.
Chlorine?
Yeah, chlorine. We got
Like-
ground beef,
like
grass
pool
fed ground beef flavored
chlorine?
Pop Tart. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, AirPod flavor,
I
maple bacon,
Crunch, crunch, munch, munch, I guess.
feel like that would be like
Pepto
earwax
Bismol.
tasty.
This one you have to have seen Pepto Bismol. This one's everywhere.
I think I have seen that one.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Point proven.
Anywho.
Very nice. They are real. That would be sick if you just like made that up.
Yeah.
You like Photoshop all those like on your
I have
own
them
time.
ready in my camera roll just in case anyone
It's
asks.
just like a really elaborate prank you play on people, and then you tell them, and they're like, "Oh, why?
Why did you go
Why?
through
What was
so
the
much
Why would you do
effort?
that?
So we talked about chorus.
Yes.
We talked about color guard.
Yes.
We talked about lamplighters.
Yes.
And we talked about Dungeons and Dragons.
A little bit, yeah.
But we have not talked about theater stuff outside of lamplighters.
Alrighty.
So Eli, if you wanna I don't want to like
you
take all
banned-
your questions.
Oh, okay.
And also, you banned JT
Well,
from
yeah,
asking
me too.
questions.
I did do that.
So we've
Yeah.
got to run with that bit
That's
now.
fair.
So, what theater things do you do outside of Lamplighters?
Funny, you should ask that. I'm actually engaged in a production of the musical The Prom right now, out in Stoneham. So if you don't know what The Prom is about, it's about a pair of lesbians in Indiana trying to go to prom, but the PTA won't let gay people go to prom. Yeah.
Damn you, Indiana.
Why specifically Indiana? Why are we hating on Indiana?
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not
know.
exactly sure
I like how
why.
I didn't blame the PTA.
Yeah,
like,
you
I just
blamed
blamed
the
the
state of
they live
Indiana.
in.
Does Indiana not have gay rights?
I feel like Indiana has gay rights, and
I
like
don't
in the
think it's,
musical,
like,
actually,
different.
in the musical, the state attorney is like, "Hey, no, you got to let the gays go to prom."
Oh, so Indiana's chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just that
What if-
specific PTA.
What if that's just a cover up?
For what?
Wait.
What
For
if
what?
So the way they cover up the fact that they're homophobic is by not being homophobic?
What
It's just being bad at being homophobic at that point.
What if the state of Indiana made this prom musical to cover up the fact that they're homophobic?
What?
It should be noted at this point that I am in fact gay and trans.
I mean, like, I guess a good thing to talk about was, like, how do you find out about those, like, out-of-town shows and, like, audition and all that?
Yeah, sure. So I'm actually, like, I've been a part of this specific youth theater program for, like, a long, long time, as far back as I can remember, and then some. It used to be called the Stoneham Theater. Now it's called the Greater Boston Stage Company. And they have a great youth program there.
I know the Greater Boston
do?
Stage Company, yeah. I've heard of it.
Oh, wait.
Know anyone there? I'm curious
Aiden's
now.
Rights, right? Isn't he in that?
No, Aiden does Broken Leg, I think.
Are they the people who did Heathers?
No, that was Broken
That was
Leg
Broken
Productions.
because Aiden Rights was in that.
Yep, Aiden and Salem.
Yeah, that was a great show. Heathers was
Yeah.
really good.
It was, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I've definitely seen something at Stoneham.
Is Greater Boston Stage the place that did the 24-hour show?
Yes, it is. Yep. So I think it might have been Nespa, not Broken Leg.
Oh, I think it was because
Yeah.
I've been getting mail from them for like
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
when theater companies do that, where it's like, oh,
I know.
you saw a play
Yeah.
2 years ago. Here's a bunch of random merchandise.
I will say I am a season pass holder for Greater Boston Stage.
Ooh, nice. I'm not.
Thank you, grandparents. I love you.
Is there anything we haven't touched bases of yet of the underappreciated groups of Wilmington High School that you are a part of, Zim? Should we dive more deeply into maybe a few of them?
Yeah, we can do that. Sure.
Which one?
Yippee.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger, bite. Color Guard. We didn't really
Color
talk
Guard.
about that one. We were getting too busy talking about Joey Dinan.
Yeah,
That's true,
right,
yeah.
right.
And Nathan Murphy.
Murray.
Murray. I was close enough.
Sorry, Nathan. We love
Sorry,
you.
Nathan. Nathan, I am so
We
sorry.
sincerely apologize. You're a great guy. Eli's
You're a
crazy.
great
Don't listen
dude.
to anything she says.
You saved my butt in Spanish class. Ignore Eli.
La clase de español. Anyways, so Color Guard.
Color Guard.
How'd you like that?
I genuinely had a lot of fun with it. And like it's a good like group of kids too, I think.
I'm part of that group, guys.
Yeah,
We're the group of
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
That's me, guys.
That's you, yeah.
What did you think of the pom-poms in the stands? Because that was my idea, and I thought it was fun because it gave us something to do. Because
Yeah.
like the band was playing, and then we
Band
were like
was
doing
playing,
stuff.
and then
But then I saw a video of us doing it one time that I think one of the band parents took, and I was like, we look stupid.
I think it's a cute shtick. I think it's a cute gimmick.
To be
is the
totally
thing.
fair, like, I consider myself to be, like, a pretty good drummer overall. And whenever I see
Yeah.
myself drum, I'm totally fine with how I sound. I'm, like, sick.
But looking looks silly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look stupid. I make, like, a weird, like, face the whole time, and it's not great.
Are you gonna be a
Skill issue.
Are you gonna be a quad drummer
Yeah.
next year?
I will be, yeah. This is gonna...
That's my impression of a quad drum.
But to get back to your original question, I think they were a cute gimmick, and it was definitely better than sitting there staring out into space for the game.
That's fair. I'm trying to brainstorm ways to make color guard like a little bit less, just a little less. Not like less, but like.
But like
not as interesting as it was this year, and like. I feel like. What's your opinion on this? And also, you can like put your input of like ideas. What if it's like, we hold the flags like in the stands, which I know might look a little stupid. What if it's windy, and like you see it from afar, and there's like that rectangle of band kids, and then like in each corner there's like a flag,
that
and then
could be
maybe
cool,
maybe there's kids with pom poms. Maybe we keep those.
If you get enough kids,
Yeah.
hopefully.
I think if we get under 5, Julia's just gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But we do have an incoming freshman who is 100% doing color guard, so we will have 5, as long as like Vivian, Corinna, Caitlin stick with it.
Yeah. I hope you do. Hey, folks, this is a public request. If you're going to be in the high school next year, join color guard.
Absolutely, yeah. Also, this is the second time a band kid has mentioned this in an interview, because when we interviewed Ben, he also closed off his interview by saying join color guard, because we need color guard people. So
thank you, Ben.
Yeah, we love you, Ben.
Love you, Ben.
Ben's great. Ben is also someone we will probably have on the podcast at some point.
Ben's a fun fella.
Yeah, Ben is a very entertaining man.
Indeed.
That's like the best way to put it. He's like a he's like a movie character. It's like, oh my god.
He seems like he'd slip on a banana peel.
Yeah. If he like walked off a cliff, he'd like have to look down before he fell.
If he started fighting with someone, it'd be a big puff of smoke with fists flying out of it.
Yeah. Ben is wonderful. We love Ben. So what was it like having such a small color guard? Because I know most bands, like I've seen like at parades, like they usually are like 15.
Yeah, they have a pretty solid color guard. Being in a small color guard, and Eli, you can absolutely like tag team in on this if you want. But I thought it was kind of nice because you got to really, really know everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was for sure nice having a tight-knit group, but like technical-wise, choreographing-wise, it was more difficult. Yeah. Especially, like, I felt bad for Julia, because she was, like, saying at the beginning, we need to get at least 12 color guard, and then she, like, brought it down to, like, 7, and then she finally, like, accepted 5. Yeah. So I, like, I feel bad for her, because it's definitely hard to choreograph with, like, 4 kids. Because, like, if there was 12 of us, she could put us all around the band. Yeah. That's why we need more people!
Join color guard!
Join color guard! Ooh. This is a threat.
Whoa! Whoa! What are we threatening?
Not having a fun time.
Okay, that saves you.
We'll allow it. But yeah, like my grade in band has got 11 people, which is ridiculously small for a high school. What has a lot of involvement in the band, and like a band that's like over 80 people. Yeah. But I do know, like, from experience, it is kind of nice to have such a small group. Yeah. Because, like, you kind of have no choice but to be friends with everyone, and that just kind of, like, means that, like, even people I wouldn't usually interact, like, with outside of bands, like, I still get to hang out with them, which is nice. Like, it's a lot of different people who can kind of, like, come together.
Yeah.
Since, like, I kind of know what, like, Lamplighters has been for you since I've joined. Yeah. But, like, it would be kind of cool if we talked about shows that you did before I was in Lamplighters. Specifically the one I'm really sad I didn't do, Puffs.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Puffs was a blast.
Puffs looks like so much fun.
It's a fun show. It was not my first time doing Puffs, fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that, actually.
Yeah, I did a production, like a summer or 2 previously, where I played Harry. So for those of you who are not in the loop, Puffs is a fun and funky take on the magical world of Harry Potter.
You have such a good podcast voice. Could I just say that for a sec? Like,
thank you.
You're really good at that.
New co-host, question mark?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
No, I take it back. Zim's a terrible podcast host.
JT, I am your doom.
Oh no! Next time you interview me, and then it's like, all right, bye forever, JT.
Bye, Pookie.
Bye, Pookie.
What are we going to do when we're interviewing people that aren't so close to us and there's awkward silence and you guys just can't go back and forth saying Pookie over and over again?
Crap.
Pookie.
That's a good point, because that's the nice thing about me and Zim's relationship.
Is we can just go back and forth saying Pookie.
We are very comfortable with, like, when we have nothing to talk about, just being like,
Womp womp.
Booksters.
Pookie.
Womp Pookie.
I'm your womp Pookie.
You are my Womp Pookie. Everyone else is just a Pookie, but you're the Womp Pookie.
I think we killed Eli.
We broke Eli, yeah. Now now actually that's how I get around the co-host replacement. You can just take over for Eli. I stay on.
And then you won't have to worry about the awkward silences with no Pookies.
Exactly. The entire podcast is me interviewing Zim over and over. By like the 5th episode, I'm like, so what's it like being in chorus? And they're like, I've talked about this for 4 hours.
Or it could just be like there's a podcast where you two just go back and forth saying Pookie, and like you say it in like a questioning format sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like Pookie?
Pookie.
Pookie.
Oh, Pookie. Pookie.
Pookie. Pookie? Pookie, Pookie, Pookie.
Pookie. Guys, I think we've lost it.
I think we've like converted Eli to like our side.
Is this a conversion camp?
Yeah.
Join the dark side.
Pookie conversion camp. Can we start that, Jim? I say over the summer we set up a little camp where people, come and we just say Pookie a lot until they start saying Pookie too.
That is certainly one of the ideas that has ever been
hypnotism.
It would be hard to explain to parents.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, so we want your kid to come to this fun, inventive camp. Oh, what do we do?
Yeah, like why?
We say Pookie a lot.
And it's like
Tuition,
why does my kid need to say Pookie?
$3,000 a week.
Ooh, good call.
So this is like a multi-week thing too.
Yes.
I like it.
Any hoozle.
Yeah, back to shows. Also, another show I was not in that I did see with you, Head Over Heels.
Oh my
That was a
gosh.
great show. You were amazing.
Yeah.
So, would you like to talk about that a bit?
Sure. So Head Over Heels was a show I did over the summer with the Greater Boston Stage Company youth program. And I played this dude called Dematas. So the story follows a king who's trying to avert a prophecy that basically says, hey, look, you got to change your ways or you're not going to be king anymore. And he is horrendously failing at averting the prophecy. There's cross-dressing, there's lesbians. It's a great time.
It's Greek mythology.
It's Greek
with
mythology.
Lesbians and the Go-Go's.
Yes.
It's great.
Yes, the music is all done by the Go-Go's as well. But yeah, I played this dude named Dematas. He's like the king's advisor. And he is just textually bisexual.
Yeah, pretty much.
And a disaster. Guys, he's me in real life. I didn't even have to act. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Go-Go's. They were definitely a little before your time.
Were they the 60s?
You say that like you were around for the Go-Go's.
Yeah, no, I was not around for the Go-Go's either.
Those are the 60s peoples, right?
I think it was
No.
70?
They were, like, solidly...
They had the boots? The go-go boots?
Yes, they named themselves after the boots.
Yeah.
Like the main shtick?
But I'm not sure who they was, but someone out in the world decided, hey, we're going to write a musical about the downfall of a society using the Go-Go's music. And they actually did a pretty dang good job of it.
Yeah, it all works pretty naturally. Like
Yeah, like, concerningly so.
Yeah, it's like, I also love how songs are not used in the way you'd expect. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but like Vacation, like you're going into that and it's like
Vacation.
That's like their most well-known song probably. Like obviously it's going to be in there and you don't expect it to be used in the way it is, but it's
Yeah.
like so funny the way they do use it.
Yep.
And it fits so well.
Spoilers, they used it for pining
Yeah,
lesbianism.
pretty much.
Guys, what's pining mean? Can I get a definition?
Longing
Definition in the
or
chat?
yearning for someone else. Like really missing someone.
Okay.
You just turned into Patrick Warburton for a sec there.
Yeah.
Who's Patrick Warburton?
He's Kronk. He is Ken from the B movie. He's Joe Swanson. Those are kind of his three things.
For some
but-
reason, I thought you were talking about another graduated senior.
No, Eli, no.
Well, whenever you mention a name that I don't know, I just assume it's someone that graduated like last year or the year
That's
prior.
fair, I guess. But that would be really funny if, like, we were like, oh yeah, favorite graduated people: Joey Dinan, Ryan LaRose, and Patrick Warburton. Man, what a class!
Man, what a class.
They were great. They were a great trio, those guys.
Yeah. Best of friends.
Absolutely, yeah.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Did my womp womps make you sad, Pookie? You know you're my womp, Pookie.
We're so unserious.
Oh man, thank God they're not like talking about like serious stuff. That would...
Let's just restate that quote. Did my womp womps make you sad? Comma, Pookie, question mark.
Followed by, you know you're my womp, Pookie. We're inventing a new language over here. This is impressive.
The funniest part of it is like it's just a theater thing. Like
That's
everyone
so true,
everyone in
yeah.
Lamplighter's calls everyone else Pookie.
It's just kind of happens because of Coolest, right?
Love you coolest, but like Pookie, you need to stop infecting everyone else with your slang.
You Pookied us.
I call people Pookie sometimes, but like not as intensely as you two seem to be.
Pookie.
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 What are you doing?
This is reminding me freakishly of two dogs like staring, like having a standoff,
That's...
where they're just like.
Me and Zim are basically...
That's our friendship. That's our friendship.
We have a very dog friendship.
Pookie.
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 That's what it sounded like that time.
Pookie.
Pookster.
Pookums.
Pookie pie.
Okay, that's cute.
Yay. I was adorable.
So this
I
man
did
is
it.
straight.
Was.
Wait, were you saying was to adorable, straight, or bold?
All of the above. Okay, it was wonderful having you on the podcast, Zim. Thank you so much for dealing with us for
A while.
an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So I'm sorry for cursing your ears with that, and
It happens.
I feel like I deserve an apology in return for all those pookies I had to witness.
I am so sorry, Pookie.
Yeah, Pookie, we're really... it was not
Okay,
cool.
now I'm getting pookied. This is the opposite of what I wanted.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everyone, or listening, I guess. It's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
Cut.
Nice.
Yippee.